What's going on, everybody? Man, Eric Wilson, Sports Arena here on a Monday night. It is day 2 of the National Scouting Combine. And let me tell you, the defensive backs, cornerbacks, safeties, linebackers. When I tell you I got some interesting gentlemen about to come to the floor and have a conversation with me, these gentlemen are prepared. They are ready to go. They are primed. They are set because they understand the opportunity that lay before them. One of the gentlemen, I'm going to bring him on right now. And y'all know how I do. I let him speak to y'all. So let me go ahead and get this brother in here. It is socially mandated that, got to wear a mask. So I'm going to get him to come on, talk to y'all a little bit. I got a few questions I need to ask him. This is my brother. How are you, sir? Please sit down. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Do me a favor. Talk to the people. Please introduce yourself. Let them know who you are, what position, and what school you repping.
What school I'm repping? So my name is Caleb Green. I'm actually a defensive back, and I say defensive back because I started out as a nickel and then moved to a strong and then a free safety type of guy. I played a little bit of corner action on punt return and stuff like that. And I'm actually a transfer, so I'm a JUCO guy. I'm a little school guy, City College of San Francisco, and then I went to the University of Akron. So
wow, yeah. Okay, so talk to me about your love of the game. Where did it come from, and why?
My love of the game actually started out when I was very small, very small. My pops played it semi-pro when I was growing up. He could have played Canadian. He had some trials for the NFL. My brother, he was a big fanatic with football as well, and I think that's something that just connected us all. I've also played a lot of sports, but football is just something. I guess it's the passion, the life lessons, and it's just the grit that you have to play with day in and day out, like going to practices, waking up. I think I fell in love with the process. So I fell in love with everything about football.
All right, so now you're a defensive back, cornerback, safety, nickel, as you said. Mm-hmm. Why that position? Because, first off, I got a soft spot for 2 positions when it comes to football. First is running back.
Okay.
Just because growing up in the Philly area where I'm from, I've seen a lot of great running backs come through my day, both from Penn State and also with the Philadelphia Eagles. But then, to me, there is no better safety ever to play the game than my guy, Mr. Brian Dawkins, number 20, who played for Philadelphia and then, of course, played for the Denver Broncos. So why that position for you?
That's actually funny that you brought up the running back. The running back thing. So I grew up watching Walter Payton's highlights, Emmitt Smith's highlights, Barry Sanders, and those were big guys for me. Herschel Walker and stuff like that. And I actually really wanted to be a running back, but I ended up moving to quarterback. How I got into defensive back is when I was going to junior college. They took my knowledge for the game and they saw how aggressive I played the game, and they said with your knowledge and your IQ level, with your ability, and I was a little short. I'm about 5'11", 6 foot. So they were saying it's not going to be an easier journey, but you'll get more opportunity as a safety. So I kind of thought about it for a second, and then when I went to the safety position, it just taught me a lot of things that quarterback didn't teach me in a sense, like patience. When a guy's running at you, it's like life is coming at you full speed,
right?
But you just have to be patient, and then after you dissect everything going on, dissect the play, then you handle the situation right in front of you. So that guy could be running a go route, but after you make sure it's not a run and you check in or you check your guy and check in, you come back to the situation at hand. So it just taught me a lot of life lessons. And I just tackled the idea. Like I went from falling on the ground to being one of the best coverage guys for my team. So it was just a challenge, and I just fell in love with it. I can't explain why safety so much, but just that defense.
I think you just did.
Yeah, that defense.
I think you just did. I understand. So the question that I ask every gentleman who I meet at the National Scouting Combine is simply this. And I don't want the politically correct answer because I understand you are here for your shot. You are here for your opportunity. But if you could pick your NFL team to go to, which team would it be and why?
And you don't want the political answer.
I do not want. No, I do not want. I just want to. I'll go. Anybody will take. Because I know there's a team.
Right.
Everybody got that one team that they want to go play for, that they know if they're in that locker room, they're going to be just a little extra motivated to get that W each and every week.
You can be on the spot. Okay. So a non-political, because, of course, everybody will say every team, like you said, but a non-political answer would probably be playing for the Patriots.
Why?
You hear a lot of great things from the players, and they're talking about Bill Belichick. He treats his players like men, but he also They used to have a safety, number 37, Rodney Harrison, I think.
Rodney Harrison. Yep.
And the way they used him is kind of like how they use Jamal Adams now, but he was more versatile where he can cover the slot or cover the tight end and then come in and stay in the box, but also go to a high safety. But most importantly is how he treats his guys, the discipline that they come in with week in and week out. And also every year he's consistent with what he does on the defensive side. And he's just consistent all around. I just got much respect for Bill Belichick, and I like the way he runs things.
All right.
Yeah, it's just
Okay. So you would be able to adapt your style of game to the Patriot way, is basically what you're saying.
of course.
All right. Fair enough. Please do me a favor. Remind my audience who exactly you are, so that way tomorrow, when you're out there doing your thing, we're able to reference back this interview.
Okay. Like
shout out whoever you want, but make sure you also shout out yourself. This is about you.
Okay, so my name is Caleb Green, Caleb Alexander Green. Actually, my Instagram is missingpiece_3, and then I also have a business page where I do talking. I'm a communication major, so TYMT25, and then my Twitter page is Water Movement 365, and then that's E. There's no E in movement, so it's kind of unique spelling. So Water Movement 365, and everything means something. Of course, if you DM me, I'll definitely tell you why every name is in itself has a meaning to me.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you
you
so much.
Thank you for this opportunity as well.
No worries. I look forward to seeing you doing your thing tomorrow along with the rest of the DBs. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get your rest and do what you need to do,
yes, sir,
so that you're ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna bring another brother in here in just a moment, but I appreciate your time, man.
Okay. You don't mind if I take off my mask?
Go ahead, man.
Just for the camera one time. Okay. Thank you.
No worries, man. Appreciate it.
Next one.
Yes, sir. That's Caleb Green, DB. He's gonna make sure we do his thing tomorrow, as well as the rest of the gentlemen here. As always, we forget their phone. Hang tight, everybody. I'll be right back. And I'm back. That brother was so excited. He forgot his phone. I had to get it. But let me go ahead and get another brother in here to join me to talk to y'all tonight. And again, I got DBs and linebackers coming in here talking to people. What's up, sir?
Hello.
How are you?
How you doing? Good.
Appreciate you. Do me a favor if you would, please. Introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Brandon Northcross from Ashland, Arkansas. I played at the University of Central Arkansas. I'm just here to show them my talent that I have today. Tomorrow at the National Scouting Combine.
So are you a DB, cornerback, safety? Are you a linebacker?
I play defensive back.
Defensive back. Okay, so talk to me about your love of the game. Where did it come from?
Well, it came from when I was in the third grade.
Wow, that young.
Yeah, I played in third grade.
Okay.
Really wasn't supposed to. I moved up because I seen my cousin playing, and he came by in the back of the vehicle waving his helmet, showing me that he got his helmet and playing. So I went in the house and told my mom, I was like, I want to play football. And she was like, nah, you're too young. I was like, nah, I think I'm ready. So I just went up there. And
you know how moms can be. They want to protect their baby. You know how it is.
Right.
So why the defensive back position?
Well, once before I was playing inside linebacker, and this was during Pee Wee football. And as I got older, I switched to receiver, running back, and then quarterback. And then I started playing safety. Then I just moved to corner. And like in my high school year, my sophomore year, I just moved in and started playing corner.
And that's where your love of the game, you finally, after playing so many different positions, I just take it that when you got to that defensive back position, you kind of knew that's where you were going to be, the best athlete all around.
Right. Yeah, I feel like it was best for me because you're able to do more, like you can hands-on, physical, but also gotta have mental side of the ball too.
Okay. So the question that I'm asking everybody, and thank you so much for joining me here tonight, is simply this. I know you can't pick which NFL team you want to go to because it's up to them to see your tape, see that you're coachable, see that you're going to fit into their scheme and how they do things. But if you could pick your team, which team would it be and why?
I feel like I'll fit in good with the Seattle Seahawks because they play more man-to-man.
Okay. So talk to me more about that because you're not the only guy that I've talked to. In doing these interviews over the last few weeks leading up to the National Scouting Combine, a lot of defensive backs have all said to me, if I could pick a team, it would be Seattle. What is it about Seattle that makes defensive men such as yourself gravitate to go play for them?
It's just because the sets of schemes that they have from the previous years. Like they always go aggressive defense, and they always known to play ball hog ball and go get the ball at all times.
Okay. All right. Do me a favor, please. Remind the people who you are, sir.
I'm Brandon Northcross from Ashland, Arkansas. I played at the University of Central Arkansas.
Appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow doing your thing, man. Stay focused, stay dialed in. This is your opportunity. Go get it.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Well,
Seattle. Pete Carroll, if you're watching this, you could come down to the National Scouting Combine and pretty much hand pick who you want to be a part of your team. These young men, if given the opportunity, want to play for you. They want to play for Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks and recreate that Legion of Boom. I'm so in shock by this. So let me get another young man joining me here, talking to him. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Pleasure. Do me a favor if you would, please. Introduce yourself to the people.
Yes, my name is Reed Harrison Ducro. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I went to Duquesne University.
Uh-oh, we got a Dallas boy in the house. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure we'll find out. So talk to me about your love of the game, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I've played since I was little. In Texas, it's like a religion, honestly.
It is.
So I played it since I was 6, and just the tenacity and like the high intensity of the game just really brought me to it. It's really just drawn me to it.
Okay, now what position are you again?
Corner.
You're a corner.
Yes.
So why that position? Because now, as corners, let me just say this real quick. As corners, you're going up against some of the top wide receivers in the game.
Yeah.
And to be that Darrelle Revis type, if you will, that shutdown corner, there has to be a certain level of just not only mental focus, but physicality when it comes to playing these guys. Because wide receivers, they want it all. They want the light, they want the ball, they want to go up and do the one-handed catch, they want the whole shebang. You being a corner are the only thing stopping them from making the highlight reel at Sports Center. So, in your position as a corner, what do you do to shut down those wide receivers?
It honestly can't be summarized. It's kind of into a bunch of different things. So you have like the knowledge of the game. So, down and distance, first down, second down, third down, where the ball is on the field, if it's on the hash or if it's in the middle of the field. So it really breaks down, really making a game within a game, and as well paired with technique. So say it's a 3rd and 10. They're not going to run something short. They're going to run something towards that first down mark.
Right.
So you kind of just break it down to a game within a game so that it makes it simpler.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I'm learning here, people. Just like everybody else watching, I'm learning. So the question that I'm asking everybody, and thank you so much for joining me here tonight, is simply this. I know you cannot pick your team. I understand that it is not up to you to determine where the next chapter in your journey is going to go. But if you could pick a team to go to and play for, and I don't want the politically correct answer of I just want to go anywhere. I need to know which team you want to go play for and why.
I'd want to go to. Honestly, I want to go to Dallas.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I say Dallas because so I went to Boise State before I went to Duquesne.
Okay.
And so they have a pipeline of Boise State guys on the team. Cedric Wilson and Leighton Vander Esch, I played with them at Boise State. And as well as they play DBs my size. So Jordan Lewis went to Michigan. He plays for them. He's 5'10". Chidobe Awuzie,
yep.
something like that. He's like around 6'5", 11 range. So they play guys consistently that are my height, as well as the defensive coordinator also plays a lot of DBs on the field.
I am not a Dallas fan, but I will say I'm growing to respect the athletes who decide that they want to go play there. Because if they do get their shot, I know they're gonna put a little something extra on it. But I'm just not a fan of the Dallas fans. I can respect the team, not really, but it is what it is.
I grew up a Saints fan, so Dallas is kind of like a rival. But I feel like when you get to I don't know, as I gotten older, like I'm still a Saints fan, but at the same time, like I'm almost to that level. So it's really the fan kind of
No, I get
dies
it.
down.
Trust me, I understand. I will never like Dallas. I have 7 people that I actually know, love, and respect who are Cowboys fans, and I say that every time I talk to them. I love them. Don't get me wrong, but when football season comes around, I can't talk to them.
They go to the Super Bowl every year.
Oh yeah. They was already talking about it already.
Every year.
Tampa won a Super Bowl next day. Dallas is going in 2021. No, you're not. Stop it. Anyhow, please, sir, remind the people who you are.
Yes, Reed Harrison Ducros. My Instagram is at REIDHD5. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I went to Duquesne University.
I
Cornerback.
appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to seeing you out there tomorrow.
Yes,
Your
sir.
business, man. Stay blessed.
You
Thank
too.
you so much. National Scouting Combine going on right now. This is day 2. The offensive line and defensive linemen that I spoke to yesterday have gone, and their journeys, and running backs, and their journeys are propelling. Now I've got the DBs, I've got the corners, I've got the safeties, I've got the linebackers in here. I got another young man joining me right now to talk to him so he can introduce himself to you and just tell you a little bit why he loves the game, and more importantly, just his whole concept around football. So let me go ahead and get him in here. What's going on, sir?
What's going on?
Appreciate you. No worries. Do me a favor, please. My audience may not know you. They might. I don't know. But please introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Keegan Schumann, and I played my ball at Baker University in Kansas.
And what position?
Safety.
Safety. Okay. Got another safety in the house. I got a soft spot for safeties, so just letting you know. Talk to me about your love of the game, Keegan.
From a young age, I think I started playing ball around 3rd grade.
Like a 3rd grader.
My grandfather was a high school coach for 30-plus years. My father played college ball too, so really from a young age, it just kind of was the game that we played around the house.
Okay. So why the safety position?
Well, coming out of high school, I was a little bit smaller. I played running back and linebacker there. I actually played linebacker, like nickel safety at the university that I played at. I feel like just defense in general, just diversity, being able to be moved around in different positions, being versatile. So that's why I chose that.
Interesting. And did that come along at the high school level or at the college level?
At the college level.
At the college level. Okay. All right. So the question that I'm asking everybody is simply this. You can't pick which NFL team you can go to. What if you could? And I don't want the politically correct answer. There has to be a team. I know there's a team. Everybody got at least one. Some people got 2 and 3. But which team would it be that you would want to play for and why?
Well, coming out of Kansas, it would obviously be the Chiefs.
Okay.
We've been a fan. My family's been a fan even through the hard years. So I know all the greats. Justin Houston, Derek Johnson. My all-time favorite was Dante Hall back in the day. So, but the real reason that I'd like to be with the Chiefs is to be under a dude like Tyrann Mathieu. Just an all-around phenom at the game. He just always got great energy. He's just a great dude to be under. I think it'd be awesome or something like that.
So talk to me about this. How do you think your style of play would work in a Steve Spagnuolo defensive system?
Quite honestly, I mean, they got a lot of young guys that like Snead and all those guys. I would just obviously, I think honestly, it'd probably be more special teams at the beginning just to learn, be more versatile in his defense. I just really try to pick his brain as much as I could and try to fit the mold of what he would want.
Okay. All right. Do me a favor, sir. Please remind the people who you are.
My name is Keegan Schumann. I played my ball at Baker University.
All right. Sir, I'm excited to see what you do tomorrow. Thank you
you.
so much for your time. Kansas City. Interesting. He said he'd be able to fit in that Steve Spagnuolo defense, especially starting in special teams. This young man is not afraid to get his hands dirty. He just simply wants to get out there. Let me get another gentleman in here. Good evening, sir. I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
Doing great.
Thank you. Do me a favor, please. Introduce yourself to the people.
Manuel Najera, University of Jamestown, North Dakota, from Los Angeles.
Okay, what position?
Linebacker. Inside linebacker.
Inside linebacker. So, Manuel, tell me, where did your love of the game come from?
Man, I grew up kind of like being rough. So,
Okay.
you know, you play street football, you want to tackle and hit everybody. So, I felt like I was a natural.
Okay. And that just transitioned from the streets to the field.
Yeah.
Okay. No, listen. All right. Growing up I was a baller. I was a basketballer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was the guy. I didn't play in some of the more high profile areas. Being from Philly, though, the concrete jungle was about 3 hours away, and I never had the opportunity. But it did. It transferred from the street to the court, so I get it. But so why the inside linebacker position specifically?
I think it's because I'm just so aggressive. Like I want to kill everything. You don't want to just sit and watch people run by. You want to give them a little love tap.
Okay.
So I'm aggressive.
Okay, fair enough. So the question that I'm asking everybody, and thank you for joining me, is very simply this: if you could pick your NFL team, which team would you want to play for, and why?
Ooh, of course the Rams. I'm from LA.
Okay.
Got to be a hometown.
Well, then why not? They weren't. And what about the Chargers? They play in the same stadium,
No, they don't.
SoFi Stadium. The Rams and Chargers.
I'm pretty sure the Chargers are playing somewhere in Carson,
Oh, they got their new stadium built there.
and then the Rams are playing in Inglewood, and that's right down the street from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Rams. So now you being a linebacker, you got to play with arguably the best guy in the game in Aaron Donald, having him as your teammate. You've also got a guy like Jalen Ramsey. So talk to me about how your style of play would work, having two predominant defensive men also on the team.
And I'm gonna let them do what they do, and I'm just gonna go get the ball because Aaron Donald doesn't make every tackle, right? I
True.
gotta go make that tackle.
Okay. All right. Then, do me a favor, please.
Sir.
Remind the people who you are.
Manuel Najera, inside linebacker, the University of Jamestown.
Emmanuel Najera.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Handle your business out there, man. I'm
Yes, sir.
gonna be excited to see what you do. Thank you so
Look for
much.
hair.
I will.
Yep.
Trust me, I will. Man, these boys are coming. They're proud, man. They know what they got going on. They know what they want to do, and it's so great to see that energy. Because in a time where it's very much needed, I'm very appreciative that I had the opportunity to come to the National Scouting Combine, interview these young men, hear their stories, and more importantly, see the evolution of their journey. Let me get another gentleman up in here so I can talk to you. He can talk to y'all for a minute. Good evening, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good.
Appreciate it. Do me a favor. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Fabian Thames. I play at ARC, and I'm a middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker. Okay. So where'd your love of the game come from?
My love of the game really came from my older brother. I seen when he played, a lot of my family came together that I haven't seen in a while. They came together and they watched him, and I like being the center of attention. And so when I seen that, I got kind of jealous. Like, if this is what I got to do to get y'all attention, I'm gonna play it. And once I took it, I seen how much my mom loved the game. Like, my mom's one of the biggest Patriots fans ever. And her passion about it, and her seeing her sons play, she'll go any distance. She'll drive hours to go see us play, no matter what. She's gonna be there. And seeing my mom having that type of love for it made me grow in love with it.
Okay. So why the middle linebacker position? Because that's a position where you have to be a leader
Right.
from jump. These men, the front four are gonna handle their job.
Mm-hmm.
The corners and safeties have to handle the outside and handle their business against top wide receivers. But that linebacking core, we've seen a lot of Hall of Fame linebackers just transform defenses. So talk to me about how you, sir, would transform a defense being that middle linebacker.
Being a linebacker, as you said, is you got to be a leader. And I feel like I've been a natural born leader ever since I was a young kid. And if I was able to change the defense, it would definitely be by my motivation. When I talk in the game, a lot of people say I'm a different person when I'm on the sideline when I'm in the game, or even getting ready for the game. I'm locked in, and I feel like my energy that I give off when I'm in that zone helps the people around me. And if I'm the middle linebacker and I'm the leader and I'm giving off good energy, I know my defense is going to follow my lead, and it usually comes to a great outcome.
Okay, fair enough. So the question that I'm asking everybody, and I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyhow. You can't pick which NFL team you can go to.
Right.
You want your shot. You want your opportunity. It doesn't matter at what level. But if you could pick an NFL team to go play for, which team would it be and why?
If I could pick the team, it would have to be the New England Patriots.
That's what I thought.
Because of the way Belichick really takes any guy from anywhere. A lot of people on the Patriots are like, yo, who is this guy? Like, you never heard of him before, but he creates you to have that name in the league. And also, I feel like the Patriots, their coaching staff, they push you to max out your potential. And I feel like that's the type of person I am. I want to work. I want to do all dirty work to do the best I can. He has a lot of people that play multiple positions, offense and defense. Right? And I feel like I'm that type of hybrid player that a team would need.
Okay.
I can fit into the Patriots scheme.
It also doesn't, it also helps that mine's mom's favorite team. So
Exactly. You know me. My mom's gonna be a lot of fun in the crowd.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Do me a favor, please. Remind the people who you are, sir.
I'm Fabian Thames. I go to American International College, and I'm a middle linebacker.
I appreciate it, man. I'm
Thank you.
excited to see what you do tomorrow, man. Best
Thank
of
you.
luck to you. Thank
I
you
have
so
something
much.
for you, actually. I have a
For
card.
me?
Yeah, you can hold on to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fabian Thames. Don't forget it.
I won't. Instagram, I'm that guy 13.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all check him out. I'll make sure I post this for everybody. Oh, and he got his stats up on here.
Yes, sir.
You have, okay, this right here, my brother has the best line of the night, one that I use myself. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. That's exactly how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Fabian Thames. All right, I'll remember that. National Scouting Combine, man. We're seeing all the gentlemen in here. Let me get another brother in here right now. Talk to him for a moment. Just kind of get a feel for what's going on. Good evening, sir.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you? How are you?
Good.
Thank you for joining me. Do me a favor, please. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, my name is Adakeem Brown. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Played at Quincy University. I played in Germany last year.
Oh, okay. I keep telling you, change your name. It's the International Scouting Combine, not just the National Scouting Combine. We got a brother played over in Germany last year. Come on now.
Yeah.
So, where did your love of the game come from?
Man, honestly, I never thought about playing football, and then my uncle Drac made me go out there and play. And then I almost quit on my first day.
Why?
Man, I got hit so hard.
Now, what were you? Well, I mean,
And then they made me stick it through, and then ever since then I just got better and just started falling in love with the game, just getting better. It made me a better person also. It wasn't just about football.
right.
So it made me, I was more of an introvert. I don't really talk to people, so it just made me develop more as a person. So it's more than football for me.
So you played in Germany.
Yeah.
You linebacker?
No, I played corner at Quincy University.
Corner at Quincy. Okay.
And then I went to Germany.
So talk to me about playing corner. Why that position specifically?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I played safety in high school, and then my college said I walked on to Quincy University, and then they said they needed a corner. They had an open corner spot, so I thought I'd go out there and earn me a scholarship. Walked on, I became a good corner, and then I became a great corner, and I broke the school record in interceptions, and then I had earned All-American there too, and then went on after that playing Germany. So it was just the need for the position, really. So just doing whatever my team needed me to do.
But again, you saw an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest piece that I think people need to take away from this conversation. These young athletes who are coming out here to the National Scouting Combine, first and foremost, are seizing their opportunity, not only to showcase their talent, but to be seen and get the exclusive testing event that is aspiring to all athletes. And I think that's the one thing that I think we sometimes forget is that these young men, such as this young man right here, he saw something that originally he did not think he was going to want to do. But when put in the situation, he not only excelled at it, but as you just heard him say, he went from good to great, from great to All-American, and now has played across the globe. So my question, and thank you so much, because I think sometimes we forget about that. We forget about the fact that there are different layers to why people do what they do and why they love what they love.
Mm-hmm.
But the question to kind of tie this all back in is, you, sir, if you could pick your NFL team to go play for, I know you can't, but if you could pick a team, what team would it be and why?
That's a good question. I would have to go with Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, why
Just
the
because
Chiefs?
of the culture they built, and it just seems like a place where you can grow as a person and an athlete. They got good leaders like Tyrann Mathieu, Bruce Arians. Then you see what they did with
But now Bruce Arians is in Tampa.
I mean, not Bruce Arians.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Yes.
Yeah. So and then so
It's okay. They were both in the Super Bowl. I understand.
yeah,
I got you.
I got that. So, but yeah, they just got great leaders that I feel like you could learn a lot from, and they're really good leaders. Because I know Tyrann Mathieu because I follow his story on off the field. So I just kind
Okay.
of want to be around greatness.
So talk to me about this stuff. How do you think your style of play would fit in a Steve Spagnuolo defense?
They need. I'm an all around corner, so I feel like I can really squeeze. I can go into any defense that you need because I'm gonna do what you need. I'm gonna do what the defense.
Okay. All
I
right.
feel like I see they play a lot of zone, play a little bit of man, and I'm really just all around. I can really just do whatever.
Fair enough. Do
Whatever
me a
you
favor,
think.
please. Remind the people who you are, sir.
My name is Adakeem Brown, from St. Louis, Missouri. Played at Quincy University.
All right. I look forward to seeing what you do out there tomorrow, sir. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate it.
appreciate the time, man. Thank you so much. National Scouting Combine, young men such as Akeem here, who's getting their opportunity to go out there tomorrow, do what they do, showcase their talent, but just have the mental mindset to be prepared, to be versatile. And I think that speaks so highly of what the kind of person Jimmy and his crew bring in here. You know what I mean? And it's no disrespect to anybody, but there's a certain intangible, if you will, that when the National Scouting Combine invites you to come to this event, it means that you've not only passed the eye test, but there's something about you that you know people are going to want to start paying attention to you. Let me get another gentleman in here really quick, and then I am going to take a short break. I got one more guy here. What's up, sir? How are you?
Good. Henry Montgomery.
Henry Montgomery. Do me a favor. Need you to tell the people that.
My name's Henry Montgomery. I play safety for the University of West Florida down in Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, okay. All right. Pensacola.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I screwed up a little
no,
bit.
please go right ahead. Please go right ahead. So, talk to me about your love of the game.
I've been playing football since I was 9 years old. I say football is my first true love. My first Xbox 360 game was NCAA 2006. Had Larry Fitzgerald on the cover. Ever since then, like that's how I learned football because it was just at that point I was living with my mom. It was just me, my mom, my brother and sister, and I used to be on the game every day. Like mama signed me up for football, So ever since I was 9 years old, I played down in Orlando, Florida first. Then first year, I played like offensive line, defensive line. I had one shot at running back, messed up. Second year, ever since then, I was playing DB, wide receiver. So that's my first true love.
I got you.
So
listen, some things you never forget.
right.
But talk to me more importantly about the DB position. Why, as you have grown up, why has that position kind of been the one area where you feel like this is where I'm gonna have the biggest impact?
Well, going back to when I first started playing football, my mom, we like moved, right? So I was actually living 45 minutes away from where practices were taking place. So I missed a couple practices, and then you have to have like a certain amount of practices without pads before you can get into pads.
Okay.
So the first day everybody's in pads, I thought I was gonna be in pads, but I wasn't. So they made me tackle a dummy the whole practice. Whole practice, I was like 5 yards back, 3-point stance, then blew the whistle, ran full speed, tackled the dummy the whole practice. So I feel like that's why I know how to tackle, and I like having the ball in my hands, but you can't really tackle on offense,
True.
So for me, I'm aggressive. I like that one-on-one battle, so I really like playing DB for that. Hitting people,
Okay.
name of the game, and when the opportunity comes, I'm not one of those DBs that's gonna drop the ball. I'm gonna catch the interception.
Uh-oh.
So you can test me tomorrow. We'll see. But more than likely, I ain't gonna drop no pass.
All right, be careful now. I'm just gonna let you know.
But I do wear gloves. I ain't gonna act like I don't wear gloves.
No,
I wear
listen.
gloves.
Do whatever you got to do to be successful. So,
Right.
the question that I am asking all the athletes, and thank you so much for joining me here tonight, is simply this. I know you can't pick which team you can go to in the NFL.
Right.
You want your shot. You want your opportunity. You want to be able to just elevate your journey to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could pick your team, which team would you want to go play for? And more importantly, why?
I've thought about this for a long time, and the first team that comes to mind is the Saints.
Okay.
And the first reason is because I like the All Black. I like the All Black. It's 3 hours away from where I played college football at.
Okay.
So it's not too far from home. Drew Brees, he headed out, but I would love to like at least try to talk to him one time, learn from him. I love Chauncey Gardner. He played for Florida, and I'm originally from Gainesville, Florida. So I would love to talk to him and just learn from the DBs there. They got Marcus Lattimore, and just learn from them. Really.
You also got the Jenkins boys. Now,
Jenkins,
how you gonna fit in with Malcolm and Janoris?
How am I gonna fit in?
How are you gonna fit in?
If I play with them, I feel like, every time I come to a new team, I'm always the backup first. And I'm okay with that because I learned from my predecessors, basically. So I'm going to learn and take as much knowledge as I can. I'm always been like, my first year, I'm always that like third safety to come in. So when my name is called, I'm going to go in there and do my thing because I've learned from them before.
Right.
After that, it would have to be the Chiefs because they got Tyrann Mathieu.
Everybody loves Tyrann and the Honey Badger.
Yeah. Or who else? They're my two teams.
Those are your two teams.
Yeah.
Saints or the Chiefs?
Saints or the Chiefs?
Saints or the Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
Saints or
enough.
the Chiefs.
Do me a favor, please, so remind the people who you are.
My name is Henry Montgomery, defensive back. I'm also playing wide receiver, doing wide receiver drills on Wednesday here at the National Scouting Combine. I played at University of West Florida. You mind if I say one more thing?
Please, go ahead.
One of the main reasons why I'm here, man, is just because I played 2 years at FIT, then I took a year off because I had my son, and then I played at West Florida. And I just really want to show my son that anything is possible. Coming to Indianapolis has been big for me. I haven't really been to many big cities in my life. And, I took a whole year off. I didn't know if I was going to play football again. But how am I going to raise my son telling him, because I had him, I started chasing my dreams. So I just want to be able to tell him no matter what, always chase your dream. No matter what, don't quit. You can do it. And whatever happens tomorrow, at the end of the day, I still made it here.
True.
Still made it to the National Scouting Combine. And that's huge in my book. I don't feel like there's not a lot of people from my city that can say they made it as far as me. And I just want to take those same principles and instill them in my son.
Again, what the National Scouting Combine does, inspires pro athletes by putting on this event. Appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. I look forward to seeing what you do tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, your man Eric Wilson here, Sports Arena. I'm going to take a real short break. I'm going to be back. I got a line of guys out there still that I want to talk to and that want to talk to you. But give me a few. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also in sight with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sports Arena Live, NS Combine Twitch page, NS Combine on YouTube. Your man Eric Wilson here tonight. And as always, I'm bringing you guys the exclusive, if you will, introducing these young gentlemen to you. Some of you may know, some of you may not. But after tonight, and after what you see them do tomorrow at the Grand Park Event Center in Indianapolis, Indiana, you won't be able to forget them. Got another gentleman here. Do me a favor, sir. Please introduce yourselves to the people.
My name is Jay Iris Long.
What position?
I'm a cornerback for Savannah State University.
Okay.
Instagram at 100KJ.
So talk to me about your love of the game, sir. Where did your love of the game come from?
I always had a love for the game ever since I was young. I've been playing football since youth. My older brother, he got me into the football even from a young age at like 7. So I've been playing ever since then.
So why the defensive side of the ball?
Honestly, it just came natural to me because I was always a receiver, but I'm just aggressive. Like I was naturally aggressive. So my brother just said, you should play cornerback. And ever since then, I've been an elite cornerback.
Okay. So the question that I'm asking everybody, and thank you, I appreciate your time here tonight on the Sports Arena. I know you can't pick which team you want to go to in the NFL. And I know the politically correct answer. I just want my shot. I just want my opportunity. It don't matter where I go. I just want to play ball. I get that. And I respect all of you gentlemen for that. But let's get real for a minute. If you could pick your team, what team would you want to play for and why?
I mean, if I had to pick my team,
No. If you got to pick your team, not if you had to pick it. If you got to pick your team.
if I got to pick my team, it's going to be the Atlanta Falcons because that's where I'm from.
Okay.
That's my hometown.
All right.
I always wanted them to win the Super Bowl, and I know I could help them win the Super Bowl.
So tell me how your defensive style of play would work to get that team over the hump, back into the playoffs, and potentially back to the big game.
Well, the Falcons' main problem has been that secondary for a couple of years now. So they could use a lockdown corner alongside AJ Terrell to, help their defense out and really give that pass rush some time to get back there. So they definitely need a cornerback, just another lockdown cornerback.
You think you're that guy?
And I'm that guy for them.
Okay. Do me a favor, please. Remind the people who you watch us so they know who to watch for tomorrow.
I am Jay Iris Long. Instagram at 100KJ cornerback. Come look for me.
All right. I appreciate your time, man. Best of luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
get another gentleman in here in just a moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen, he said he's going to do it. Atlanta, letting y'all know, serving notice. He ready for y'all. Come get him. He at the National Scouting Combine. Let's make it happen, people. I'm telling you, these young men are hungry and they ready for their shot. They ready for their opportunity. Let me go ahead and get another brother in here just to talk to him for a minute. Good evening, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing good. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you. Do me a favor. Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Isaiah Malone, defensive back from Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Twin Cities.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Isaiah, talk to me about your love of the game. Where'd it come from?
Honestly, growing up playing with my cousins, in the backyard and always imitating players that was already in the league and stuff, and just going from there.
Okay. So why the defensive back position?
I was first. I was a receiver. Started a receiver, and I started playing football like park board when I was in 6th grade. And once my coach seen like how fast and how quick I was, told me basically transitioned me to a defensive back, and that's what I played mostly ever since then.
So that when you make the transition from the offense to the defensive side of the ball, what advantage does that give you?
Just knowing the concept of like what the offense run, or speaking of receivers, with how receivers what the releases, what routes they run, their weaknesses, their strengths, stuff like that, and being able to like add that to my game, in the game scheme.
Okay. So the question that I'm asking everybody here, sir, and I appreciate your time tonight, is simply this. You can't pick which NFL team you get to go to.
No.
You want your shot. You want your opportunity. It doesn't matter at any level. But if you could, in fact, pick your team, which team would it be and why?
I could pick my team. Honestly, Minnesota Vikings to stay home.
Okay.
And just knowing personally, I'll probably play nickel at that level for my size.
Okay.
And I know they run that package, the nickel package.
Well, now here's the thing, because you got guys on that squad. And coincidentally, there's a linebacker who plays for the Minnesota Vikings who shares the same exact name as I do. But talk to me how you playing the nickel, what impact would you make to that Vikings defense?
I have abilities. I'm quick, pretty fast. I'm not, 4'3" fast. Hopefully I'll show it tomorrow, but my quickness, being able to move my hips, I'm very I forgot what I was gonna say.
Take your time. It's all up.
Yeah,
We got time.
Student to the game. Student to the game. I pay very close attention to detail.
Okay.
And the little stuff matters, and a lot of coaches they love that. They love to see that player being able to be coachable and paying attention to detail.
Oh, very true.
That's one of my strengths.
Okay. Do me a favor, please. Remind the people who you are, sir.
Isaiah Malone from Minneapolis, Minnesota, defensive back. Appreciate your time.
I appreciate you, sir. I look forward to seeing what you and the rest of the DB
Yes,
do
sir.
tomorrow
Yes,
at
sir.
the National Scouting Combine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to seeing your journey. Your man, Eric Wilson, Sports Arena. Hey, really quick, ladies and gentlemen, I got to pay some more bills real quick. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sports Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Your man Eric Wilson here at the NS Combine. This is day 2. I got another young man here with me. Do me a favor, sir, please. Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Stephen Evers Jr. from Kissimmee, Florida.
Kissimmee, another Florida boy. We sent him over to Pensacola, now Kissimmee.
Yes, sir.
Getting closer to my neck of the woods down there in Tampa. So talk to me about your love of the game, sir. Where did it come from?
I feel like I was born with it. You can even ask my parents going back to when I was like 1 or 2. I always had a football in my hand. At the age of 3, I've been watching the game, and my parents saw me up for football. I've been playing ever since.
Okay, so why the defensive side of the ball?
Just my attitude. I like to be relentless, make tackles, and I just feel like defense. You know, they say defense wins championships, so I like to be a part of that.
Very true. Very true. So the question that I'm asking everybody, sir, is simply this. I know you can't pick which NFL team you get to go to. If you could pick your team, which team would it be and why?
I'm gonna say, the New York Jets, and I'm gonna just say that just because they one of the teams that need people. They need to bring people in. So I feel like somebody like myself, where I come from, I can easily, not easily, but I can walk in that building and probably get something that they're looking for.
So you're a corner, correct?
Safety corner.
Safety corner.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, are you gonna create your own island?
Oh yeah, definitely. I got. To be honest, I feel like I'm that guy. I got all the tools that you're looking for in the DB. So when given the opportunity, when it's time to showcase my talents, I feel like I can create my own island just like Darrelle Revis.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's see what this brother does tomorrow at the National Scouting Combine over at the Grand Park Event Center. But before you go, please, sir, remind the people who you are.
Stephen Evers Jr. from Kissimmee, Florida, 407.
Okay, 407 in the building.
Yes, sir.
Much love, brother.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, man, out there doing your thing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I will.
No worries at all. He said he's going to create his own island, just like Darrelle. Well, we will see what happens out there tomorrow when he performs with the rest. It's going to be very interesting. Got another young man coming in. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Come on, join me here on the Sports Arena tonight, sir. Much love to you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Please, do me a favor if you would. Please introduce yourself to the people.
How you doing? I'm Gerard Ken. I'm from Dover, Delaware. I played at Central Connecticut, and it is an honor to be here with everybody.
So talk to me about your love of the game, sir. Where did it come from?
I love the game.
Yes, sir.
So it's kind of a backstory to it.
Okay.
But my mother was like, "You want to go to college?" And I was like, "You know what? I would like to be the first one to go graduate college."
Okay.
So she was like, let's try to get you a scholarship. Go do every sport you can your senior year, see where it goes. And that's where my love came from.
Wow.
Just exploring.
So why the defensive side of the ball?
I actually didn't play defense. I was a receiver when I played in high school.
Okay.
Got picked up from Fort Union military for a little bit. Played running back there. They switched me over after I got transferred to Nassau Community College in New York to DB.
Okay. So when you got to Nassau and you started playing DB, was there something about that position that made you want to stay with it, or was it just you seized that opportunity and rode with it?
Exactly. So when I got over there, they saw me bench for the first time. They're like, "Oh no, man, we're putting you on defense. We don't want you on offense. We need you on defense." So I'm the kind of player I am. I was like, "Absolutely, yes, sir. What do you need me?"
Seized his opportunity, has been running with it ever since.
Ever since.
So let me ask you a question. It's one I'm asking everybody, and thank you so much. I really appreciate your time tonight. You can't pick which NFL team that you could go to, but if you could, which team would it be and why?
Okay, I like how you said it perfectly. I can't choose that, but if I did have the opportunity in a perfect world, I would pick Philadelphia. Just
my man, yes, yes,
that's
yes.
hometown, man.
Okay,
That's hometown.
woo,
That's hometown.
yes.
Family can come. I can get a lot of love and support.
Hey, Nick Serini, come pick this brother up because we need him on defense. Come get him, Nick. Yes.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Tell them who you are. Please tell them who you are.
Gerard King, man. You'll see me out there. I'm gonna do my best, man. I'm giving my all. I'm not dead yet. I'm still trying. I'm getting better each and every day.
That's all right. Hey, Nick. Hey, Howie. Hey, Jeffrey. Come get this brother.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it, man.
That's what I'm talking about,
I
man.
appreciate it.
Much love. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you.
That's good for my heart right there. National Scouting Combine. See, brings people together, puts aspiring talent on a platform to elevate who they are, and gives them the opportunity to go play for teams that they want to play for because they gonna get paid. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I thank you for this opportunity.
Much love, man. Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much. I'm excited to see you.
Thank you.
And I love the glasses. Man.
Appreciate it, man.
I do. Let me get another brother up in here real
All right,
fast.
man. I'll do it for you.
No worries. Thank
Appreciate
you
you,
so
man.
much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. See, they never let me down. They always give me an eagle guy. Oh, does my heart so good, man. Does my heart so good. Good evening, sir.
How you doing?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this man, clearly you are not on social media enough. Let me just say that. This is Josh Butler, Michigan State Spartans defensive back. Also, if I'm not mistaken, you are a YouTube or TikTok icon or celebrity or
Something like that.
something like that.
Yeah, we just gained 1.1 million followers on TikTok, and just trying to. I have literally all of my other social medias. I have Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, all that stuff too as well. All of it is Josh Butler TV. Just trying to build all that platform up. I got my master's degree from Michigan State in Media and Information, and so after I graduated, I moved to California. And then I'm working in movies now, movies and television. So I do producing and acting.
See, we need to switch roles right now. I need to have this brother interview me because I'm like this. I'm trying to get on his level. 1.1 million TikTok followers. That I mean, hey, congratulations just on that, sir.
Thank you.
But let's talk football for a minute. We can discuss everything else later on. But talk to me about your love of the game. Where did it come from, Josh?
I mean, I'm from Texas, so football down there is real big.
Yes, sir.
So from a very young age, just being able to play football, seeing my older brothers play football, it inspired me to do so as well. And then once I got to high school, once I actually understood the game, my coach, Coach Ward, had taught us how to understand the game, break it down as much as possible. From then on, and then be able to make it out from Dallas to go play at a Division I school and just being able to inspire everybody else. That's what the love of football has came from me. Just me being able to play it, be good at it, and then motivate others to do the same.
Talk to me about the defensive position, Josh.
Mhm.
Why? Why the defensive side of the ball?
Defense wins games. Everybody know that.
Listen, I hear you.
Yeah, and I like the defensive side. It's a better communication on their side. You have to communicate. If you don't, you bust the coverage or something, it's a big penalty to it. It's a lot of responsibilities to it, but at the same time, it's a big growth and a big experience. Especially for my position, being a corner. Most people only see like the bad plays or something like that. They never see if you go against a receiver, you lock him up 99 times, then one time he crying or something. They're like, dang.
Right.
I mean, but that's my position. You got to have a short memory. But I love defense. I love hitting people. I especially love doing that. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a big one for me.
Listen, to be a defensive guy, you got to.
Yeah, exactly.
There has to be that certain little aspect of love when it comes to knocking somebody on the ground. So I get it. Trust me. I get it. Second most violent sport in the world next to boxing. So the question that I'm asking everybody, Josh, you can't choose which NFL team you go to.
Mm-hmm.
But you are here because the National Scouting Combine is giving you an opportunity to showcase your talent, providing you with exclusive testing, and giving you the ability to just open up your areas of opportunity.
Right.
If you could pick your NFL team, which team would you want to go play for and why?
I'm going to have to go back home to Dallas.
I knew it.
I knew it.
But listen, I'll take it. I have to listen. I will respect the players and I will respect the history of that team. I hate the fans. I'm gonna say right now, I can't stand the fans.
Yeah,
I got a couple of them who I'm just like, no. But okay, so you want to go play for Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your impact because as a defensive back, take our division out of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Because listen, the NFC East, the wide receivers in that entire division, they're not where they should be. I'll put it to you like that. But the other 10 games, you're going up against top receivers.
Mm-hmm.
The Michael Thomases of the world, the Julio Jones of the world. the DeAndre Hopkins of the world, the Larry Fitzgeralds of the world. Talk to me what kind of impact you would make if you got your opportunity to be a part of that Dallas team.
Just being able to bring my knowledge. Knowledge is power. Being able to adjust. Just studying. Everybody's there for a reason. You know what I mean? And just being able to just go there and be versatile as well. So not only playing corner, being able to play nickel, safety as well. Just being able to do all those things. And like I said, knowledge is power. So with everything we know, studying the game, studying the players, breaking down the players, that definitely transitions over to the field. So being able to do all the things and also being able to put me on anywhere on the field, I think that's a big value to anything.
Can't you go somewhere else though?
Man, I can't, bro. I'm just you asked me one team.
I did. Man, again, this is defensive back Josh Butler, Michigan State. 1.1 million followers on TikTok and growing. Make sure you check this brother out, not just tomorrow at the National Scouting Combine, but follow this man. I'm learning from him. I'm going to let y'all know right now. I'm going to learn from him tonight after this is over. I need some information, but that's what we need to do. We need to elevate and continually upbring these young men who are just transcending into great individuals. Josh, man, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We look forward to seeing you out there tomorrow, man. Best of luck to you.
Have a good night.
Telling you, 31 other teams, man.
I like Philly.
But hey, he likes Philly. He likes Philly, but his team was Dallas. I appreciate that. You look good in green, though.
I saw it.
You look good in green, brother.
4 million for more children.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
How are you, sir?
Good.
Appreciate your time tonight. Welcome. No, I'm all right. Do me a favor, if you would, please. Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Wesley Little. I'm over here at the National Scouting Combine run by BSN.
So what position and what college did you play at?
Linebacker. I actually went to UT. I was enrolled at UT. I was also a reservist. I got involuntarily activated into the military, serve our country, and so now I'm back at it. I'm out of the military now, getting back into playing ball. Been playing rugby for the last few years.
Thank you for your service, sir.
I appreciate it.
Much love, and I'm glad you're home.
Yes, me as well.
So many of our brothers do not, and sisters do not come home, so I'm glad that you're here.
I appreciate that.
No worries. So let's talk football. Talk to me about your love of the game. Where'd it come from?
Growing up, I didn't have a whole lot that I could do, and I had a coach that was willing to pay for my pads, pay for my equipment. And I didn't have a lot of people in my life that were willing to kind of put themselves out on the line for that. My father worked hard, but we couldn't always afford to participate in things like that. So it was a sport that I could play, and I had people willing to support it. And so I started playing. I started playing in middle school, high school, went on to college, and then I grew up playing. It's something that I've done since I can literally remember. And I love it. It's been part of my family, part of my heritage, part of my history.
Okay. So talk to me about linebacker. Why the linebacker position? Because I was talking to another young man earlier about this, and I said, to be a linebacker, there's that certain leadership quality that you have to bring in order to be, in my opinion, to be a true linebacker in this game of football. So why that position for you?
So when I first got into the position of linebacker, I was actually playing on O-line in high school.
Okay.
And my coach pulled me aside. He was like, we want to try some different positions. And so he put me in the linebacker position. I guess I always had a natural tendency to want to try to bring morale up, try to bring the team together. It's something that, my father was military, my mother was military, and something I grew up seeing them do in their careers and professionally. And so I tried to bring that to school. It's just a natural tendency for me to do.
Okay.
So he put me in the linebacker position because he thought he wanted to field me out to other locations on the field to see where I was capable of and to help me grow, not only in athletics, but as a person, personality and the ability to develop myself. So I took on that position, ran with it, loved it. So now I'm playing that position because not only do I love the role, but I love the responsibilities that come with it.
Okay.
I've had great leaders in the military, and I've had some not so great ones, and I know what it means to have positive leadership that is that servant leader type role.
Gotcha.
And it's very valuable to have somebody that's willing to put themselves out on the line, who can recognize when somebody's faltering, who can recognize when somebody's having a bad day, and kind of help them up and bring them back to toe the line with the team. So
Wow.
I like that role, and I want to bring that. I want to add to that. I want to provide that for my teammates wherever I may.
Speaking of wherever you may be, question that I ask all the gentlemen here. You can't pick which NFL team you can go to.
Right.
But if you could pick that team, which team would it be and why?
So I would actually pick Washington.
Washington under Ron Rivera. Okay.
I would pick Washington. My family has my parents were divorced, and my mom and my sisters grew up in Virginia, so I lived with them the latter part of years of my life. And I've met the players. One of the best memories of going to a football game was watching Washington against the Seahawks. And I was out there on the 50-yard line. I just remember being amazed by the team. And they've had their ups and they've had their downs, but like everything else, DC, a lot happens.
Yes.
In DC,
yes,
and a lot of problems come and go, and yet that they're still standing, and that team is still standing, and I think they have a positive program, a positive outlook, and I think that they're moving in the right direction, trying to get things on track. So I would love to be a part of an organization where you're kind of that plank owner, as we call it in the military, where you're able to kind of really set your flag down and say, hey, I really helped improve on something.
Right.
I saw something that I could add to fix, and I want to add to that. It's great to be a part of any program, but if you could be a part of a program where you have to get down and do the sweat equity of bringing it up, I think that adds more value later on in your life. You can look back and say, everything else was great. That I got to build that program. Something you can't put a value on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just had a mic drop moment here, and I want to make sure y'all hear what this young man is saying, because there's a phrase, old soul, I guess, but just his experiences that have brought him not only to you tonight, the audience here at the Sports Arena and the National Scouting Combine, but just throughout life. He recognizes that there is a bigger picture. And it's not just about taking this one moment and putting it into this little bubble, if you will. It is about truly growing and creating a legacy that is going to last generations. I'm taken aback. And I want to say thank you for taking a little bit of time tonight to be here tonight on the show and telling your story to the people, because this is what the National Scouting Combine does. It gives you not only the athletic ability of some of these athletes, but it also gives you an inside look into the chemical makeup of who these young men are, and not only why they're here, but what their journey has done for them and could and will do for them. So thank you very much. So much. Do me a favor, please. I need the people. Please remind the people who you are.
Wes Little, coming out from Virginia.
Much love. I'm excited to see what you do
Appreciate
tomorrow, man.
it.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much for your time. Gonna get another gentleman in here. Wow, that's some powerful stuff. I mean, that resonates on so many levels. Just talking about experiences, talking about life, talking about just your position that you play in football is one thing, but when you get to the backstory of some of these athletes and you get the understanding of why they are the way they are, who they are, and you begin to really, you grow a sense of knowledge. I mean, again, I'm somewhat speechless, but I can't be, because we've got to keep the show rolling. So let me get another gentleman in here and talk to him really quick. Good evening, sir. How are you?
How you doing?
Much love to you, brother.
Much love.
Please have a seat.
Yes, sir.
Do me a favor, please, if you would. Introduce yourself to my audience here tonight.
How y'all doing? My name is Daniel Harris. I'm born and raised from Illinois. I've been all over Illinois. I lived a little bit in Alabama. So shout out to my southern folks and my northern folks.
Okay. So, talk to me. What position do you play, sir?
I play defensive back on paper.
Okay.
But I can play multiple positions. I'm a punt returner, kick returner. I can play running back, a little bit of slot. But in college, my main position was cornerback and nickel.
Okay. So, where did your love of the game come from?
Honestly, I used to be a baseball player, but I used to love playing football outside with my friends. And I was pretty good at it. A guy came to me and told me that he saw potential in me playing. I went and asked my parents if I could play. Both my parents said no at that time. So told me to stick with baseball, right? But I continued to just, grow a love for the game. And that same coach came back to me again and asked me to play. So what I did was I got this paper and, my dad at the time, he worked overnight. So if you talk to Pops when he was sleeping, you can usually get what you want. So I came to my Pops. I was like, Dad, I need you to sign this with school. My Pops signed it. And there I had I gave it to my coach and I had, the papers to play football that I had the love for. So
How did that conversation go with your father once he found out that he signed what he signed?
So my mom actually got on him because I had to have equipment. So eventually I had to come clean and tell my dad what I did because you have to be 18 to get the equipment.
Okay.
So I'm the oldest of 4 boys, so I don't have any older brothers. So my dad, when he got it, he was like, "You did what?" And so from now on, the rule is, even I'm 24 years old, I still can't do this. Don't ask Pops nothing, anything at all, if he's sleeping. So
See what you did?
Right.
You made it worse for your younger brothers,
Right.
man. They was like, "Oh, he got away with this."
Right.
Hold up, Dad, sign this right here real quick. Let me get that.
I'm telling you, man. Yes, sir.
Oh, so all right. So why you're a versatile athlete, clearly
Yes,
playing both sides of the ball. But talk to me why the defensive side.
Honestly, defense started in high school mainly.
Okay.
At the time, I used to be a running back 1st.
Mhm.
That was my primary position. I happened to actually mess up my wrist in high school, and the corner that I ended up playing for, he ended up hurting his leg that same game. So because I couldn't hold the ball, my coach was like, "You think you can play corner? We need a corner." I went out there. I had a pretty good game. After that, corner was like my main position, and I had a guy who played under me who was a hell of a running back, and he did his thing as well. So,
Okay.
yes, sir.
So being that versatile athlete not only gave you strength, but it gave you a better understanding of the game. And I mean, again, it speaks to the athletes that come to the National Scouting Combine because they are those versatile players, much like yourself. My last question to you: you can't pick which NFL team that you could go to, but if you could pick a team, which team would you want to go play for and why?
Okay. I would want to play for Chicago.
Okay.
Being from Illinois, I am a very family-oriented person. I think family is very important, and I would love to see, my family be at the games or even just having fans from where I'm from. A lot of people know me. They know that I've never given up. They know my story. They know a lot of the things that I've been through. And I feel like a young man like myself to continue to push and continue to go. I mean, what better story to be able to play at home and people get to see me play.
So if you get that and that happens,
Yes, sir.
Pop gonna catch you one time. Sign this check right here. For me. He gonna get you back for that.
Give me back.
You know he is, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Then
sir.
long boss paid another rule. No. You can't sign nothing for my baby without my permission.
Right.
So
Yeah.
do me a favor, my man. Please let everybody know who you are.
Daniel Harris from Illinois, a little bit of Alabama as well. So shout out to my southern folks and my northern folks. I'm just here to work hard. I'm here to get an opportunity. And by God's grace, I believe I'm going to do so. So thank you so much.
Aspiring pro athletes, man.
Yes, sir.
Such as yourself. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir.
I look forward to seeing you out there
Yes,
tomorrow.
sir. You as well.
Do your business. Do your thing, man. Handle your business.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was a good one right there. I ain't gonna lie. I have never tried that. I'm gonna have to try that one time. I got another young man joining me here. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself? Come on. Come on.
I can pull this mask down just a little bit.
Sure, that's fine. We gotta, because socially distant, all that stuff. But do me a favor. Let people know who you are, sir.
I'm Carl Anderson. I'm a defensive back went to Henderson State University, All American, ready to put on.
All right, so Ricardo, talk to me about your love of the game. Where'd it come from?
Man, I think the love of the game come from just being around guys that's working. You know what I'm saying? Being able to wake up every day, go hard, just go the extra mile like that. That's a life lesson, you know.
It
Being
is.
able to wake up and just do the same thing over and over again. That shows passion and love. And I got a deep passion for the game. Deep passion.
So, why the defensive side of the ball?
Well, starting off fourth grade, I used to be a quarterback
Okay.
in Little League football, so I wore number 7. I just knew I was going to be the next Michael Vick, but the right hand one.
All right.
And so once I got older, my classmates got bigger. I stayed the same, so I knew then, yeah, it's time to transition because I knew I didn't want to get hit, but I would deliver a hit. So I talked to my coach my 9th grade year about, I think quarterback, I'm gonna let y'all have it. Ever since then, I've been playing safety, and I'm loving it.
All right. So, the question that I ask everybody, and I appreciate you taking time to sit with me here for a quick minute. You can't pick which NFL team you could play for. But if you could pick your team, which team would you want to go play for? And more
Dallas
importantly,
Cowboys.
oh, Lord, not another one.
Dallas Cowboys.
Why Dallas?
Well, I'm from a small town in Arkansas, Ashdown, and it'll be easier for all my family to be able to make that little 2-hour, 3-hour trip every Sunday. So I'm real big on family, so I want to be able to get my family to every game. So Dallas Cowboys most definitely. And plus, I went to my first professional game at Jerry's World, so I love the experience.
How's the stadium?
It's amazing. It's phenomenal.
I've never been there.
He took his time.
And I probably will never go there. It's not going to happen. I've always told my family and friends, and they know this because being an Eagles fan, I said, if I ever go to Jerry's World, I said, I'm going when they play Philadelphia in Dallas. I said, I'm wearing top to bottom Eagles gear. I said, and I'm getting lit. So I might get thrown out of Jerry World. They might have to put my picture on the front door. Do not let this SOB in here. But no, man, I appreciate your time, man. Do me a favor. Remind the people who you are, sir.
Ricardo Anderson, Henderson State, defensive back, All-American.
Looking forward to seeing you out there tomorrow, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Much love to you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, these Dallas guys. And watch, one of them get picked up by Dallas, too. And then I'm going to be like, God bless America. Now I got to support this brother. It's killing me. Good evening, sir.
What's going on?
How are you?
Pretty good.
Come on over.
All right.
Your man Eric Wilson here, Sports Arena, taking over the NS Combine YouTube page and Twitch page. I got another young man here joining me. Please, sir, introduce yourself to the people.
Gerald Norman, Tyler, Texas. Played in Central Arkansas, play DB.
All right, so let's get this out the way first, because I'm scared to ask this question. Because if it's another one back to back, I might have to cut this night short. But I'm gonna reverse it. So, if you could pick a team to go play for in the NFL, even though I know you can't, but if you could pick a team, what team would it be and why?
Probably be Dallas
I know
because,
I know it.
I'm from Texas, and that's what I grew up on. Troy, Emmitt Smith, all them. So, I got to stay true to where I came from.
All right. Now that we got that out the way.
Right by the crib.
Yeah. Now that we got that out the way, let me ask you a question. Where'd your love of the game come from?
Pop Warner. That's where it started at Pop Warner. That's why I got the love for the game. Probably why I'm still playing to this day. Pop Warner football.
Okay.
Where's how I started it.
So why the defensive side of the ball?
That's why I got switched. When I first started playing, I played receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Coach put me on defense. I started getting physical. And so I just stayed on that side of the ball ever since. I just developed passing forward, stayed at DB through high school, through college, in Arena League, played DB. So
you played Arena League?
Uh-huh.
Who'd you play for?
Right now I play for the North Texas Bulls.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, being a defensive guy like yourself, there are certain attributes that come along with that. Size, versatility, speed, endurance. What is your key attribute when it comes to playing the defense for whoever?
Mm-hmm. I think the key attribute is just having knowledge of the game.
Okay.
Having knowledge of the game, put myself in the best position to make plays. Sometimes not with your athletic ability, but with your mind.
Right.
The more you get, older you get, you start, looking at where they line up on the field, judging how their speed off the routes, looking at keys, like keying alignment or something, but just starting to use your mind more than your athletic ability.
So one last question I want to ask you, and thank you so much for joining me. You know, you've played both sides of the ball from Pop Warner all the way up till now, and you're a Texas guy through and through. I can totally see that. So, is there, or I shouldn't say is, what is the one difference that separates you from everybody else on that field?
Like just my heart and my passion for the game, just knowing that I'm not gonna quit. Even when times get rough, or they get I guess unbelievable, or knowing that the adversity this is gonna be too great.
Okay.
If I know I'm not gonna win, I'm still not gonna quit. So I'm gonna go down swinging. Even if I know I'm gonna get beat, I'm still not gonna quit. I'm gonna go down fighting.
Right.
So I think I just ain't no quitting me. I think that's what separates me from everybody else. I know I'm not gonna give up.
Fair enough. Do me a favor, please, sir. Remind the people who you are.
Gerald Norman from Tyler, Texas. All the way out here. Played at Central Arkansas DB. Come out here to get that work and get these numbers.
Appreciate your time.
All right now.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
I look forward to seeing you
All
tomorrow
right, man.
out there, man. Best of luck to you.
Appreciate it.
So, all right, we got another gentleman coming right in here at the National Scouting Combine, man, Eric Wilson, here at the Sports Arena. It's been a great night, and just learning and talking to these gentlemen. Come on in, sir. How are you?
How you doing?
Doing very well.
Yes, sir, Mr. Eric.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Do me
Yes,
a
sir.
favor, please. Introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Felix Dixon. I'm from Clearwater, Florida.
Uh-oh, Clearwater.
Yes, sir.
Getting closer and
Florida.
closer to me. There we go. 727 in the house.
Yes, sir.
So, sir, where did your love of the game come from?
Love the game came from my father, my brother, just looking up to them. I was a younger child, started playing football at the age of 4, fell in love with it ever since. It's just been my passion.
So why the defensive side of the ball? Because as a young man, as a boy, we always want to be that guy to hold a rock and carry it to the house. And then as we grow older, sometimes we look at things a little differently. And the old expression is defense wins championships. We all know this. But why the defensive side of the ball for you?
Defense was a big change for me in high school. I played offense, running back when I grew up, Little League, and it was a big transition in high school. And I fell in love with that, making plays, interceptions, and like you say, defense wins championships. And it's kind of harder on defense. I'm playing on the defense side of the ball than it is on the offense. So I love a competition and a challenge.
All right, now you from Clearwater, so I'm gonna ask the question. If you could pick which NFL team to go to, which team would you pick and why?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hometown.
I knew it.
Tampa Bay area.
Just go over the bridge, baby.
Yes,
go
sir.
over to Howard Franklin and
Close
be
to my
there.
family. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. My brother, do me a favor. Remind the people who you are.
I'm Felix Dixon, Clearwater, Florida. Ready to compete tomorrow at the National Scouting Combine. Give it my all. Very humble, genuine. Keep God first. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And the rest will follow. Thank you, Mr. Eric.
My brother, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I look forward to seeing you. Hey, stay in contact because you close.
Yes, sir.
We're
Yes, sir.
gonna hook up and do some things.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Eric.
No worries. Thank you, sir. Wow. Closer and closer. Whew. National Scouting Combine, bringing them all. I got a familiar face joining me here tonight. I interviewed this young man a few weeks ago. Pleasure to have him back. This brother looking sharp. Look at him.
Appreciate you for having me.
Hey, having you. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
This is and I'm gonna kill his name and I apologize in advance. It's Dayo Idowu.
Dio Edo. Yeah,
Dio Idowu.
Yes, sir.
So please remind the people who you are because I'm bad with names.
No, Eric, you did a great job. Dio Edo from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
So, we've talked about your love of the game, and we've talked about why the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, Seattle was your team that if you could pick
New England.
Excuse me. Yes, the Belichick way. Yes. Let's dig a little deeper if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
So, you grew up in Minnesota?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about that because growing up in Minnesota, I know may have been challenging at times. And the climate right now in this country is, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm a northerner, I'm from Philly, but I live in Florida now. And, it's like I said to the gentleman out there tonight, as black men, we are held to a different level.
Yeah.
We are. And I don't want to get political here. I know this is about the National Scouting Combine, but I just want to know, what are some of the key attributes for you being a leader where you are?
That was a great question. Well, one of the first ones is, I was raised in a really uplifting home. My parents are Nigerian immigrants, so they instilled some really promising values in me. From them having to come to a whole new country at a young age and really make a name for themselves.
Right.
That's something that they instilled in us, and really just helping us understand, the value of hard work. But also really just, seeing them as role models, and the way they raised us, respect our elders, respect others, respect people that really can't do anything for you, right? That's how you can really tell the ultimate measure of a man. And, to answer your question also about, growing up in Minnesota, it's definitely a different, I grew up in the suburbs, right? So not just, in Minnesota, but in the suburbs,
Right.
where not a lot of people look like me, but
Right.
I had, I put myself in great environments. My parents did a great job of raising us within, our Nigerian community, where we were around a lot of like-minded individuals.
Okay.
And, we participated in a lot of great mentorship programs. So we took the experiences of others and, took wisdom from them and passed that on to us. And I think that's my job. I was given a lot, I was blessed with a lot. I really want to use my experiences to help others out.
How does that transcend onto the football field?
Yeah, so, I like to make others around me better, right? Football is an ultimate team game. So the locker room, the field, whatever it is, I hold people accountable. I try to bring the best out of everybody. I like to be an optimist, right? I understand being a realist, but at the same time being an optimist. Not just where you are, but where can you be? As a team, where can we be? I was voted team captain, right? So my teammates saw that in me, that I can just, help the environment wherever it is and help lift others up. So, being that team player, being that team guy, like I said, that Patriot way, doing my job, whatever my job is, right? If I have to run, if I only get 4 kickoffs to run down the field or 4 punts, I'm going to make sure I'm giving it everything I have on those 4 punts, right? Seeing the bigger picture. We have, as a team, we have a goal. Whatever my role is as part of that goal, I'm going to do it to whatever I need to do. And hopefully, right, other people see how hard I do my small role, whatever it may be. Hopefully they can find that same motivation to do their role to the best of their ability as well.
That's huge. That's huge. I mean, listen, tomorrow is about showcasing your God-given talent.
Mm-hmm.
It's about your skill level, and it's about, are you trainable? Are you coachable? Can you listen and follow directions? I mean, listen, you wouldn't be here if the National Scouting Combine, if Jimmy and his team did not think that you were prepared to be showcased in front of an audience. And I just want to take this opportunity, number one, to say thank you, because the next generation needs more men like you, because I really feel like sometimes that message gets lost amongst Black men. And when I hear your story and I understand, your upbringing and the fact that you, through everything, good, better, and different, has always looked at being a realist, but also being an optimist. We need more of that. So I from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you, because I think it's huge, it's necessary, and more than anything else, it needs to remain relevant.
Mm-hmm.
So,
pleasure is mine.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Do me
you,
a favor, please,
yeah.
and remind the people who you are.
Yeah, Dio Doe from Minneapolis. Really grateful to be here. Just excited to make a difference and make a lasting impact.
Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick, come get this man. He's going to be a difference maker in your locker room, because he already embodies what the Patriot way is. Dave, thank you so much, man.
Thanks, Eric. Thank you.
Your man, Eric Wilson, Sports Arena, ladies and gentlemen. I think I got a few more guys here tonight, but, it's moments like this that really bless me with the ability to be here and talk to these young men.
If I can just sit here while y'all talking.
Oh, no worries, sir. Please go right ahead. Feel free. Let me get this young man in here right now. Good evening, sir.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Pleasure. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, please. Introduce yourself to the people.
How you doing, guys? I'm Darren Smalls out of Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, South Carolina. What position?
DB, Turner, Farmington, whatever, you know.
Okay.
Athlete, yeah.
So, Mr. Smalls, talk to me about your love of the game. Where'd it come from?
Ever since I was about 8, I used to watch everybody know Michael Vick. Used to watch Vick. And then I was playing running back when I first started off, so I was really a big LT fan.
Okay.
And eventually Darren Sproles, because when I first really got in high school football, I was number 43.
Okay.
But that's a whole nother story. But yeah. My love for the game really came from that because when I was younger, running through the neighborhood, I used to always play with the bigger guys. But since I was fast or whatever, I was able to keep up with everybody. So everybody allowed me to join the gang and play with everybody. So I felt really appreciated because of that. So I'll say it really came from just in the neighborhood, really being able to grow up and just constantly play the game.
And listen, we can talk about Darren Sproles all day long because that's my guy, man.
Yeah, we really could.
Yes, we seriously could because what I've seen that young man do, that veteran do, especially when he did come to Philadelphia, being the Eagles fan that I am, it did my heart good to see him. And one of the things I love about him is they were playing the Patriots in Gillette Stadium, and he returned one from one end to the other, and I was just at that moment, I knew there was something special about him. Now, I had followed him previously, because he did come from the Saints, but when he got to Philly, there was just something different about there, and then I was like, yeah, I like him. When he was on the field, I got a little extra excited because I was like, am I going to see something? I was just I was captivated on where 43 was going to be at.
I think it was more so because people was counting him out.
Oh, yes.
So, he had that chip on his shoulder and, still proved that he could play. So, he went out there and did his thing. So,
exactly.
Nobody can take that from him.
Defensive side of the ball. Why?
Funny story. Ninth grade, I played offense all my life.
Okay.
So, ninth grade, I got to high school and we had this other running back at the time. And he was doing his thing. So, when I first got there, it was well, you kind of fast. So, let's see what you can do on defense. And I was like, well, I play a little bit of defense here and there, so I'll try it out. And they put me at corner. And so I was over there at corner, and we went to our first 7-on-7 over the summer, and I just fell in love with it from there. I was intercepting the ball, I was, knocking the ball down. I was I didn't know you had as much freedom as a defensive player, because it was my first time really out there in the field, so I was just enjoying it from there.
Wow. You said something that I haven't heard anybody say in a long time. And that was you had the freedom. You know what I mean? To go out there and kind of basically the ability to go out there and do what you love to do, but having the freedom to go out there and just play your game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very rarely do we hear a player talk about that. They talk about the schemes. They talk about, breaking down the mental aspect of the game and how the game might slow down when they transition from one side to the other. But I think what separates good from great is the fact that when you have that freedom to just be yourself, go out there and have fun, that's what raises the bar for so many guys. So I'm glad to hear a young man like yourself say that. My last question to you, man, and thank you so much for joining me here tonight. I ask everybody this question, and I don't want the politically correct answer. So let me just spell it out for you. I know you're here because there's a shot, there's an opportunity that you want to take, no matter on what level of football it is. You just want to continue your journey and create your legacy. Right. But if you could pick a team, what team would you want to go play for to where you would have that same freedom to just do what you do and do what you love, but know you're going to have a bigger impact? What team would it be and why?
What team would it be and why? That's a tough one. What team? I feel like if I had a shooter out there, I guess I would say a team closer to home. I would say probably the Panthers or the Falcons type organization. I would say that mainly because I feel like in their back seven, they're lacking not necessarily lacking the dog back there, but just lacking somebody that I feel like gives them that extra.
So you talking Falcons or Panthers?
I'm talking both.
Both.
Going from last season. Yeah,
okay.
All
right. So you
I feel
saying
both in the same boat.
You saying, and I'll say it for you because I agree with you. I think both those teams on defense side need a dog. They need somebody. They need somebody who's going to get on that field, get up in everybody's face on the defensive side of the ball, hold them brothers accountable and say, listen, we are better than what we are putting out on this field right now.
Right.
So I completely agree with you, whether it be the Falcons or whether it be the Panthers. Yeah, that's what's missing. That's what's missing from that defense. They need a dog. Every great defensive squad, and we can go all the way back, to the 85 Bears and even before that, they had that one dude. So you're saying you would be that guy on either team to elevate them, to bring that defense up to the level of just, you're not going to fear us, but you're going to respect us.
Right. Like I'm not a huge like rah guy.
Right.
But when it comes to like being on the field, like they like other teams going to feel my presence, and off that fact alone, I feel like that type of hype would just hype up the whole defense because they're like, all right, well, we see him balling, so I want to get a piece of that ball too, and so that just branch off to everybody. Next thing you know, the whole defense right.
Do me a favor, because I want the world to see this. Whether it be Atlanta, whether it be Carolina, wherever you go, I need people to know your name.
Whether it be Atlanta or Carolina, this is Darren Smalls from Charleston, South Carolina, and nice talking with y'all.
Appreciate you, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do out there tomorrow, man.
Thank you.
Stay focused, have fun, and keep that freedom inside of you, man. For real. Because I think that's going to be the thing that really elevates you. I appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man, Eric Wilson, Sports Arena. I have met some very interesting men out here, and what they have shown to me is that the next level of talent that is going to be introduced thanks to the National Scouting Combine is almost to the level of just, it's surreal. These young men come from all walks of life. They know what lay before them. They are getting this opportunity, and they're not wasting it. I'm excited to see what they do tomorrow. Offensive and defensive backs, cornerback, safeties, and linebackers. Day 2 of the National Scouting Combine. Man, Eric Wilson for the Sports Arena. NS Combine on Twitch. National Scouting Combine on YouTube. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.